Hello and welcome to Downtown TV. It's the show that takes you inside each and everything that's going on right here in downtown Clarksville. Shopping, dining, entertainment, we've got it all right here downtown, and we're going to be featuring several of these downtown businesses. Some fine folks down here. You'll want to come on down and patronize them. Some great shops, and one of them is our starting point here today. We're at Collector's Pride Antiques and Collectibles with owner Rick Prentice. Rick, you've got everything here from coins to baseball cards to antique furniture. A whole lot of variety. How important is variety in this type of business?
Oh, it's very important. We just pick up a lot of different items, a lot from the Victorian period, and we just try to keep all unique pieces we can.
And speaking of unique pieces, there are a ton of them here. Several things we're going to be featuring on today's show. We've talked about them a little bit off air. You've got a billiard table from 1905 in here.
Yeah, it's a Brunswick. It's a snooker table. It has no pockets. It's a magnificent piece of history, and from Brunswick, it's a nice table.
Brunswick, they've been making pool tables for a very long time. That's just one of the many things we're going to be showing you here today. We're going to take a walk around the store. Stick with us. Well, we promised you a good look at this 1905 billiard table, and it is right here, solid. I mean, in really great condition. Rick, how do you find things like this in such good shape? Where do things like this come from? And we'll get into talking a little bit more here in a second about what exactly is a snooker table.
As I wander around, you just come across different pieces through auctions, through people that come in from estates. You never know what you come across, and we try to find just all kinds of different pieces.
Well, you know a lot about quality, and you can tell that by looking at different things here in the store. This is in very good condition, you would think, comparably to other things that you might see out and about. This thing was made in 1905, and
right.
You would say it's in mint condition, really, wouldn't you?
Well, it's close. It needs to. If somebody wanted to bring it all up, once it's felted and redone, it'll be immaculate in anybody's house.
And it has some of the actual balls that were with the table, that came with the table in 1905, correct?
Right. They're ivory balls, and we have looks like about 15 of them that we had from the original 1905.
The uniqueness is amazing here at Collector's Pride. Things you won't find anywhere else. It's absolutely amazing. Several other things we want to show you. We continue to walk around the store looking at some different things. There's actually a mirror back here from the 1800s, correct?
Mid-1800s. It's 11 foot 4 inches tall.
Well, let's give the viewers a look.
All right.
We're getting a look now at this mirror, and it's from, we already talked about it a little bit, the 1800s. What year?
Mid-1800s, 1850s.
Mid-1800s, and the condition that it's in, once again, just absolutely excellent. Now, this is a newer piece here at Collector's Pride.
Right.
How often would you say that you get new pieces in? What is the turnaround in a place like this?
Well, we have pieces coming in every day. Our people that are out there looking for this stuff, and we just pick up things every day.
And this mirror here, this was actually in someone's home here in Clarksville?
Yes, and it just didn't fit in. They were remodeling an 1850s house, and it just didn't fit in, and so I ended up with it.
Yeah, something that someone else doesn't need, someone else will need very badly.
Right.
This is a beautiful piece. Another thing that we're glad to show you here on Downtown TV, having a great time here at Collector's Pride. Rick, let's take a walk upstairs and show everybody where you do your auctions. You do a lot of auctions here, don't you?
Yes, we do. That'd be great.
We have made our way up into the auction house portion of Collector's Pride Antiques and Collectibles. Great facility for auctions. How did you come across this building? What made you decide that this would, and it really does, make the perfect auction house?
Well, it does. This building was sitting empty for quite a while. It was once the courthouse after the tornado, and we just made it into the auction house upstairs on the 3rd floor.
And it's right downtown, a great place for auctions. How do you decide what winds up in the auction portion of what you're doing? Rick, I know you have lots of different things, lots of things available, and you come across lots of items. We've looked at several of them here today. How do you decide what ends up in the auction?
Well, really, we just randomly pick, and if some people want to see some items in there and other people bring in different items, we have seating for about 100 people. We just get everything in it that we can.
And the value is absolutely great, especially in an auction setting. I mean, you've seen some people get some real steals at auctions before, I'm sure, and you've probably seen it here too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of great items going for some great prices at auction. And a little something you and I were talking about off air about antiques and antique furniture and those types of things. They hold their value. You know, it's not like buying a new piece of furniture that's going to lose 50% as soon as you sit on it the first time. some of this antique furniture really does hold its value, doesn't it, Rick?
Right, and a lot of people are putting them in their houses now because the economy is a little rough, and they'll buy something for their house that still has the value.
It's actually an investment in a lot of situations.
That's right.
And there are tons of different items and options here. Rick, another thing we want to talk about before we get out of here, you offer space. There's space available that folks can come in and display their antiques or whatever, vendors, that kind of thing.
Right.
There is space available here, and what all does that entail? What can I get if I need a spot here or space here?
Well, we were looking for dealers, and we have a lot of room here for them, and we rent the space to them.
And different size spaces, it just depends on what I need? Or
Yeah, you can have pretty much any size you want right now.
who do I call? How do I get in touch with someone about getting some space here at Collector's Pride?
You would call myself or Sherry at 931-578-1022.
1022, 578-1022. That's how you can get some space here at Collector's Pride. An absolute great place to display your wares, whatever it might be. The setting is very nice, and like I said, the location is perfect right here downtown. When's your next auction, Rick?
November 6th.
What are some big items that we might see in that auction? What are some things we can entice the viewers with? What are some things we can look forward to?
Well, we're going to have a bed set that we're going to have. It's a 3-piece bed set. We've got some portrait from the 1850s, some vases, some Roseville glass. We're going to have some coins, some Carson City Morgan dollars.
Wow. And to find out a little bit more about that, folks can come in here and get signed up. You have a mailing list?
Yes, we do. They can come in and sign up on the mailing list, and that way they can be notified when we're going to have our auctions.
I am actually on that mailing list, Rick, and the pamphlet that you send out is extremely extensive. It has each and everything that's going to be in the auction in it, correct?
Yes, it does.
So it gives you the full rundown, that kind of thing. Let's give everybody just a brief kind of rundown of where you're at, how to get a hold of you, those kinds of things.
Okay, we're at 103 Strawberry Alley, down by the City Hall.
Right down by City Hall. You can't miss it. It's a great location right here downtown. Plenty of parking right out here on Strawberry Alley with the new construction that's been done there about this time last year. Everything opened up. Plenty of room to park. Plenty of space. It's a great place here. And the options are just endless. I'm sad that we couldn't show it all to them today, Rick, because there's so much here. Sad we couldn't get it all out there. But you know how they can see it all? They can come right down here to Collector's Pride.
Come on down.
Take a look at everything that's here. This is just our first segment here on Downtown TV. Stick around for more.